Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of Audi of America, Scott Keogh.
Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure. Big warm welcome, obviously, to the media. A big welcome to all colleagues from Audi AG, and a warm welcome to all the members from the Classic Car Club of Manhattan. I have to say this is a pretty top-shelf operation you guys have here, so thank you for having us. It's an absolute pleasure, and frankly, I love your motto. I think it's very fitting. We travel the world, we race, we wrench, we drive, we rock and roll, and we do it all together. So that motto is very fitting, I think, for us at Audi of America. We think it works perfectly. As I think you know about us, we also travel the world. I think without a doubt, we also agree that we also like to race. We, of course, also like to win. I think you've seen the R8 LMS vehicle standing outside. Vehicle won Daytona twice, and of course has won races throughout the world. We spent some time earlier seeing some of the cars back there. I think there was an old Vet. Unfortunately, a BMW 2002, but pretty cool car. But I think if you look at the mechanics in our dealership, these are the people that have made us top 3 CSI in 5 years running. So we have the best wrenchers in the business. We also have the best pit crews in the business that allow us to win all of the races. And of course, we absolutely love to drive. And if you love to drive, of course, you love to rock and roll. So I would like to officially submit my application to the club. Obviously, I'm from New York. I spend too much time in D.C. now, so this is a place I would like to hang out. So I'll try to do that, and hopefully you guys will let me in if possible. Now, all of that being said, of course, we were here a year ago, and we launched this mythical thing called Audi Sport. We were a couple of blocks south, and of course, since then, we've been busy. We launched the RS3. Car and Driver called it the 10 best. Of course, we launched the TTRS 400 horsepower 5-cylinder engine, and just a week ago, my company car just arrived, the RS5 Coupe, 444 horsepower, triple black, absolutely stunning, stunning machine. And in that year, obviously, with launching those vehicles, we've also been extremely busy with success. Sales have been up 72% since we put all of these new products into the marketplace. So a collective thanks to everyone's response, the media's response, as well as the customers buying all of these fantastic cars. Now, we don't only sell cars to customers, we also sell racing cars to customers. As you all know, you saw the RS3 out there, the 2 GT versions of course, the R8, the GT4, and the GT3. And I think it's very telling. At Daytona this year, there was 13 Audis on the track. So we were properly represented, and also the RS3 swept the podium in its class. So pretty engaging 1 year from a retail side, as well, of course, from a racing side as well. Now, we do have 2 introductions, and one of them is off to my right. This is a historic vehicle. It's the Audi R8 V10 rear-wheel drive series. This is the very first Audi ever here in America with rear-wheel drive. This is going to be extremely limited, only 320 of those in the United States, 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. First Audi ever in the States with rear-wheel drive. So get enlist, get online. This car is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Now, we're also going to stay aggressive. We have 8 all-new models coming to the marketplace in 2020. So while Audi's had a lot of successful growth, I feel very confident the Audi Sport brand will have a lot of successful growth as well. So with all of that being said, more importantly than the vehicles is, of course, the leadership behind the vehicles. So I'd like to welcome a colleague of mine from Germany, the CEO of Audi Sport, and a partner and friend here in the States, Mr. Michael Renz. Cheers. All the best.
Thank you, Scott. It's always nice to listen to his presentation, and I'm really glad to be here and to join you tonight here in New York. It's an outstanding situation for us, as we have some surprise for you to deliver. But before, I would reflect a little bit here on this place of the car club. It smells to fuel, it smells rubber. It's a car club where you find great cars. And today when I entered into this room, I went to the workshop over there, and I've seen beautiful cars, and this is the right place to enjoy also great cars from Audi Sport. Audi Sport is a brand who stands for high exclusivity, breathtaking performance, of fun to drive, and the fourth is individuality at the highest level. This is the core of our business. And as Scott already mentioned before, this car over there, the R8 rear-wheel series, is the recently launched car from Audi Sport. And we always say, born on the track, built for the road. And that's true. As the same workers in the factory, in the assembly line, are producing next to the race car, a serial car. And so, you know, the capability of these colleagues are for both cars. And that's a strong link. And when you drive this car, you notice it really. I'm sure with the second generation of the R8, we deliver you another good ideas in the future, which may surprise you, and in particular, our customers. And this is not the reason for today. I'm really happy to announce here in New York a world premiere, first time. And this world premiere also will be launched in the United States first, ahead of Europe or of other countries. And this is something which reflects the importance of the US market for our brand Audi Sport. And therefore, let's welcome our new baby. So the all-new RS5 Sportback, isn't she beauty? It's a great car, a combination of beautiful, sporty and emotional design, but also high level of functionality for the everyday's use. And this combination is something outstanding. But on top of it, what already the A5 Sportback did since a year here in the US is due to the high reception of the customer base that we brought up the RS5, which is an on-top offer. All the RS models are always linked to the model range and representing the top end of this car. So let's have a look on the car. The first thing you notice is the front end. The honeycomb mashed single frame is a dominant part. The very convincing eyes, the unmistakable eyes, are giving a very strong statement for this car. And strong cars need a lot of air. Therefore, you see the big intakes here on the right and on the left side next to the front spoiler. And this represents already before the car is driving how fast and powerful the car is. And behind this front, here is the heart. Boom, boom. 2.9 liter V6 biturbo with a 444 horsepower and a 443 pound-feet of torque. And this is a combination which creates fun to drive. There is no time lag in response like you are used from turbo engines. It's immediately. Why? Because the technicians put the two turbos within the V of the engine, which gives immediately reaction. This power of the engine is distributed to the all and well-known Quattro system. Here in the RS5, the Quattro system does not just distribute between the front axle and the rear axle, but in Sport Quattro also between the rear left and the rear right wheel. And this delivers a great handling, superb to steer, agility like you like to have. And on top of it, it's a so-called dynamic ride control, which gives you great comfortable ride on the long distance, but also highest agility when you go to the racetrack. This combination reflects what the Audi RS5 Sportback stands for, a combination of a daily usable functional car and a great sports car with a superb design. With regard to the design also, you see that the fenders, they have blisters, so a wide body. This wide body is highlighted the front and the rear wheel, which underlines again, here you see a Quattro. And this power is already read when the car stands without any move. Going further on, the car shows a coupe-like roofline. And you see that here, it's really flat. It has a sporty end here to the rear part and a powerful back end with a rear diffuser and great exhaust pipe. You can even have it as a sport version and you will enjoy a great sound of this car. That's not all. Inside, the interior is specifically made for the RS, with the dashboard, with the cockpit, which is specifically created and made for the RS models. And when you look at the car, you see ceramic brakes. Of course, high speed needs also safety and strong brakes. And with this car, you have everything. Let me say it's very simple. A race car, if you like, and you have a comfortable ride and a high functionality. And this combination is unique for this package. And we are happy to have this top-end model RS5 on top of the A5 Sportback here in US. And the car will be available in autumn this year. So please be prepared that you will see those cars more often on the road, and we are happy that the reception of this concept here in the US is really perfect. I wish you now a great evening, good talks, and I'm really happy that you made the trip to this world premiere here in US, here in New York, ahead of the New York Motor Show. And now I would like to invite Scott back to the stage. You can take a few pictures, and we are ready to answer almost every question you have. Thanks very much, Scott. Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah?
Well done. Cheers.
Thank you.